Hi, hello, and welcome back to me and my channel. How you doing? Hi, I got a new mic. Can you tell? Can you tell it's any different? Because, I mean, it's a brand new mic. You should be able to tell, right? I think it sounds a little better. I'm a little worried that when I go to edit, it's going to sound still horrible. I'm very scared of that. But it's better than my old mic that sounded like radio static. So, I mean, if you're new, this is the first ever thing you've seen of me, then you would have no idea, would you? That's what they were horrible. Anyways, we're jumping straight into the video building a cafe. A very pink cafe. You could almost say it's a Valentine's Day cafe. It's a Valentine's Day cafe. That's what this is. Here's a little lore on this build. I actually built it in 2014. So not last Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Day after that. Or before that? The other one, 2014 Valentine's Day. Because everybody was building stupid cafes, and I was just like, I want to build one. I want to build a cafe. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to build it, and I'm going to record it. But I was just like, what am I going to do? Because, like, I don't like wasting plots. I like to put as much as I can on each plot, which means I make gigantic builds that take forever to finish, but I don't waste the plot. And so it's just like, how am I not going to waste this plot? I don't want to just put one thing on it, because what if I really like it and I don't want to delete it? Then I'm just wasting a big old plot. And I came up with the idea of a cafe street. So a bunch of cafes right next to each other. And I was just like, yeah, ew. And then after I'm done filming all that, I can put it in one gigantically long video. I ended up finishing 3, and then forgetting it existed. um, yeah, I totally forgot it existed. And then the other day, a little graphic, I was on the toilet, and I was trying to come up with what to do, because I wanted to film another video, but my mic sounded like radio static. So I didn't want to film anything with that just yet, because I knew this mic was coming. So I was just like, what should I do? Because I still want to kind of work on something. And then I remembered that I had this footage. I've been holding on to this footage for basically 2 years. technically 1 year, but it feels like 2. I was just like, I could just edit this, and then yeah, I can edit it, and then voila, when I get my new mic, I can put a voiceover on, and that's what I'm doing right now. I actually finished editing this whole thing yesterday. It took me 1 day. I'm honestly shocked. I am shocked that it took me only a day, because normally editing takes me so much longer. But yeah, that is the the complicated story of this Valentine's Day build. I am really great at posting holiday-themed builds, not in the holiday, not even in the month, because it's August. It's August and I'm posting a Valentine's Day build. The title says it's just a pink cafe. It's totally not Valentine's Day themed. Anyways, that's the gigantic lore of this build. Basically, I did it a year ago. Yeah. My main thing, obviously, Valentine's Day, pink, bright, pastel-y. That was my build. I also made like an outside back area, because I don't know, I feel like people who would like to take photos, they would go there and then they would go in the back, and it was like, oh, here's this greenery I can take with this statue because I want to get my Valentine's Day photos. I don't know. And would it be open all year round? Yeah, it's just a cafe that's very pink and happens to be Valentine's Day themed. um, when I ended up going, oh my goodness, English is so hard. When I went to film the tour, there was a part of me that wanted to add new things from, new updates, because it's been a year. And I was like, ooh, I could put this and I could do this. But I was just like, you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's leave it. If I want to update it, I can. I could totally do that. But I didn't. I do really I think out of the 3 that I've built so far, technically 2 are finished and the last one still needs to be finished, but the general idea is there for the last one. I do like this one the most. I think it's just the most aesthetic. I guess that would be a cute word. Cute word. The word. It's a little weird with its layout, because if you want to go to the back or to the bathroom, you have to go upstairs outside, back downstairs, and then to the toilet. So that's a little bit of a little bit of a weird layout, but I really wanted to make sure there was a toilet and kind of like a break room, because whenever I build restaurants or cafes or just like any like place somewhere that someone would work at, that's a lovely line. I try to put at least a restroom and a break room because I feel like that's just like, important. It's realistic and I think they should be there. So it adds a little bit of a challenge to try and squeeze in these things that technically aren't needed because, you're playing in Bloxburg. They're not really needed, but I think they're fun to get things that aren't technically necessary. It just adds a bit of realism. It makes you think. It just adds a little bit more. And I love this outside deck with the vines. I ended up using like the Valentine's Day uh garland, whatever in the world they're called. I love those. I love using those for vines from the top. I think it makes such good detailing and I love it. I love it. This build took me a good chunk of time. Probably like 10 hours. I know it doesn't look like a lot. I'm just very slow. Okay? I'm a very slow builder, and the amount for one of the portions of video I had to edit, probably more than an hour and a half of that was just the same thing. I went off, I forgot to stop my recording, and an hour of it was just nothing. I'm very good at this. I'm just great at this. Yeah. I'm kinda out of things to say for this build, now that I kinda think about it. The main thing I had to say was my extremely long lore dump of this build. Yeah, a very, very long lore dump. I guess I could just talk about other things. How's your Valentine's Day? I know it's not Valentine's Day and it's technically August. Are you going back to school? I know some people have already started school, which is crazy. Because normally when I would start, it was like at the end of the year. Not at the end of the year, the end of August. Like the last week of August. To be fair, I would do online school, so maybe that's why, but still, I think it's crazy. I feel like it's getting shorter and shorter each year. Like every summer, I feel like it's getting less and less and less and less. Which that's just like crazy to me. Also, now that I'm looking at this, I really went heavy with those with the flowered what is it called? Texture, because I'm pretty sure they added it with this update. I went crazy. There's a lot of that texture there. I also love this couch. Best couch they ever added. I love the couch and the chairs with this update. I think it just looks mwah, 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 mwah. But it is time for the final tour of this baby. Look at that. Jeez, that vine is a little crazy. That was my first time using vines as like just basic shapes and making them look different. Also, this footage is really grainy. I don't know why. It just is, and I am certain if I redid it, it would have been the same. So we're stuck with extremely grainy footage. But I like this. I also love the kitchen. How it's so red. I don't know. I'm just so not used to it being red. Normally I'm used to being white and stuff. Also, yes, the cash registers are kid ones. I did not want to buy new ones. Those are expensive. I'm not buying new ones. But I like it. I think it's really great. It's out of my comfort zone. Normally I don't really do very light and pastels. So I always like when I can do that. Because normally it's very deep and dark. Do not look over to the side. That blue building is another one. It's another cafe. But yeah, I think it turns out pretty well. Pretty pretty. I probably could have put some seats down there, but I didn't really want to. I like the toilet. It's a little bare, but like, I don't know why I like it so much. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my brand new mic. How do you think of my mic? Is it better than the last two times you've heard it? Because the last two times were extremely grainy and extremely bad and horrible, and I'm scared this is going to be horrible. Anyways, I hope you had a good day, and I will hopefully see you another day. Bye bye.